Have you ever watched a basketball game and marveled at certain players who just seem to make shot after shot? They glide to the rim for easy layups, or they pull up from mid-range with consistent accuracy. It feels like every time the ball leaves their hands, it finds the net. But what exactly makes a player a truly efficient scorer? What separates a good shooter from a great one when you look at the numbers? When we talk about a high field goal percentage in basketball, we are generally referring to players who consistently convert their shot attempts at a high rate. For most players, a field goal percentage above 45% is considered good, while anything above 50% is often viewed as excellent. This number measures how many of a player's total shot attempts, excluding free throws, actually go into the basket. The definition of a high field goal percentage can vary significantly based on a player's position and the types of shots they typically take. For example, a dominant center or power forward who primarily scores close to the basket, often through dunks and layups, might be expected to have a field goal percentage well over 60%, sometimes even reaching 70%. Their proximity to the rim naturally leads to higher conversion rates. On the other hand, a guard who takes many shots from the perimeter, including jump shots and three-pointers, will have a much lower field goal percentage, even if they are a highly effective scorer. For a guard, a field goal percentage in the high 40s or low 50s is typically exceptional. The further you are from the basket, the harder it is to make a shot, so context is key when evaluating this statistic. So, how can you use this information to better understand player performance? When you look at a box score, do not just glance at the field goal percentage in isolation. Always consider the player's role and where they are taking their shots from. If you see a guard with a 45% field goal percentage, that might be quite impressive given their shot selection. Conversely, a center shooting 55% might be considered average for their position. Look for consistency over time, not just in a single game. A player who maintains a high field goal percentage over a full season demonstrates true scoring efficiency. To get an even deeper understanding of a player's shooting efficiency, you might encounter advanced metrics like effective field goal percentage, or EFG%. This stat adjusts for the fact that a three-point shot is worth more than a two-point shot. It gives extra weight to three-pointers, providing a more accurate picture of a player's overall scoring efficiency beyond just how many shots they make. So, a player with a 45% field goal percentage, but many made three-pointers could have a higher effective field goal percentage than someone shooting 50% on only two-point attempts. Understanding what constitutes a high field goal percentage, and more importantly, why it varies across positions and shot types, empowers you to analyze basketball games and player statistics with a more discerning. It helps you move beyond the raw numbers to appreciate the true efficiency and skill involved in scoring, giving you a richer perspective on the game's dynamics. You will no longer just see a number, but a story of a player's scoring prowess within their unique role.